Imagine capturing the world's attention for 2 minutes, joining a prestigious club, achieving rare feats, and then falling from the top instantly. Ricardo Kaká's story is unique. One of only 9 players have won the World Cup, Champions League and Ballon d'Or, yet his career ended on a sad note. But none of this would have happened without divine intervention during a terrifying moment that could have ended his career. This is the story of Ricardo Kaká. Stay till the end to explore it together. The fascinating story of one of world's football's most forgotten icons began in the city of Brasília, Brazil, on the 22nd of April 1982. Unlike many of his compatriots, Kaká was born into a high-status family with a mother who was a primary school teacher and a father a civil engineer. The financial security his parents provided for him and his brother Rodrigo allowed Kaká to focus on both his education and his dreams of becoming a professional footballer, having developed an interest in the game at an early age. The origin of his famous nickname, Kaká, is also intriguing. As a child, his brother struggled to pronounce Ricardo, and affectionately called him Kaká. Though Kaká initially disliked the nickname, it grew on him as it reminded him of his brother during his professional journey. In 1989, Kaká's family moved to Sao Paulo, where he joined the youth club Alphaville. 5 years later, Sao Paulo FC recruited him into their academy, marking the start of his professional journey. Despite his ups and downs at Sao Paulo, Kaká's hard work nearly ended abruptly in 2000 due to a swimming pool accident, fracturing his spine. Miraculously, he avoided permanent injury, which he saw as a divine gift, strengthening his faith. This belief was evident in his iconic goal celebrations and his "I belong to Jesus" shirt during the 2011 Champions League celebrations. Nevertheless, after a year on the sidelines, Kaká recovered and was even promoted to the first team. His most famous moment with Sao Paulo came in March 2001, where he came on as a substitute in the second leg of the final of the Rio-Sao Paulo tournament. His team was losing 1-0, but Kaká came off the bench and his presence on the pitch changed everything. He scored 2 goals in less than 120 seconds to lift the cup. It was also a trophy that Sao Paulo had never won before, making Kaká's impact all the more significant. It was definitely Kaká's shining moment, both for his future and his status on the footballing stage. He proved himself to be a solid, creative player and a game changer for his team. This success led him to being selected in the Brazilian national team for the 2002 World Cup. Yes, his impact was minimal, playing about 25 minutes in the group game against Costa Rica with Brazil already 6-1 up. But Kaká's presence at the tournament was a huge achievement for him, as he was the youngest player in the 23-man squad. The World Cup in Japan and South Korea was also an invaluable experience for the then 20-year-old talent, who played alongside legends such as Cafu, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho and Rivaldo, some of whom he would cross paths with at club level in the years to come. Kaká's final season in Brazil wasn't as successful as the previous one, after Sao Paulo failed to win a trophy in the 2002-03 season. Kaká ended his tenure with the Brazilian Giants with 30 goals in 31 appearances over 3 seasons. Although Sao Paulo was reluctant to sell Kaká, the club had no choice if they wanted to resolve their dire financial situation. "We do not want to sell Kaká, but we are reaching the point where we will have to, even for less than the $20 million we want," admitted the club's coach at the time. Kaká's transfer interest was unprecedented for Sao Paulo. He was in talks with several European clubs, including Brescia, Bayer Leverkusen, Manchester United and Juventus, but he ultimately chose AC Milan, with Rossoneri president Silvio Berlusconi playing a major role in the transfer. In the summer of 2003, the Italian Giants paid a reported €8.5 million for the player, a fee that the owner later described as peanuts given the success Kaká brought with him. Understandably, Kaká wasn't immediately a key man for the team, with brilliant players such as Rivaldo and Rui Costa already at the San Siro competing for Kaká's position, as well as other stars like Andrea Pirlo and Clarence Seedorf, the 2 main midfielders, and of course Andriy Shevchenko, who would win the Ballon d'Or a few months later. Nevertheless, Kaká played 2,200 minutes in Serie A, contributing 10 goals and 5 assists. He won his first Scudetto, the Italian Super Cup, and earned individual accolades like Serie A Player of the Year. Kaká's performances in his first season raised the bar considerably, and Milan were in the midst of their golden era. After all the investment and hard work, it seemed that success was only a matter of time. Although Milan did not finish top of the Serie A table in 2004 to 2005, the Rossoneri were still within a chance of winning the title for the second year in a row, following the Calciopoli scandal, at the heart of which Juventus were implicated. However, when it emerged that Milan had also been involved, the Italian Federation decided not to award the title that year. In Europe, however, Milan had shown that they could compete for the biggest trophies, with Kaká the driving force behind their run to the 2005 final in Istanbul. Yes, that season in the Champions League will be remembered for Liverpool's incredible comeback. But Kaká was also unbelievably good, and it was no coincidence that he was voted UEFA Club Midfielder of the Year. He scored just 2 goals in 13 appearances, but was the top assist provider, the most memorable being his pass to Hernan Crespo to make it 3-0 in the final. Yes, after only his second season abroad, Kaká already felt like a generational talent. Standing at 6'1", Kaká had a great physique, a magical dribbling technique, and the ability to move the ball at his feet. He was also very fast, and some of the best defenders in the world often struggled to deal with him. And of course, his eye for goal was second to none, whether he was playing a deadly pass or unleashing an unstoppable shot from 25 yards. As for his next season, 2005 to 2006, well, although he improved statistically, making 26 goal involvements in 49 appearances in all competitions, AC Milan's season remained trophyless. It was also an important campaign for Kaká's future success, as Milan managed to finish third despite being deducted 30 points for the Calciopoli scandal. Yes, 2005 to 6 was the calm before the storm, because what happened the following year would go down in the annals of the game. In the Champions League, AC Milan's journey was marked by Kaká's unforgettable performances. In the group stage, they secured the top spot effortlessly. The round of 16 match against Celtic witnessed a tense battle, culminating in Kaká's decisive goal in extra time, breaking the deadlock after 180 minutes of goalless football. Against Bayern Munich in the quarter-final, Kaká's goal and assist played a pivotal role in Milan's 4-2 aggregate victory. However, the most memorable game of Kaká's career unfolded in the semi-final clash against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Despite Kaká's remarkable 2-goal effort, including a sublime 2-touch display that unlocked the entire Man United defence, Milan faced a 3-2 defeat. Yet, redemption awaited in the second leg as Milan secured a resounding 3-0 victory, booking their spot in the final for the second time in 3 years. In the final showdown against Liverpool, Kaká once again shone, assisting Super Pippo Inzaghi and becoming the first midfielder to score 10 goals in a single Champions League season. His exceptional contributions throughout the tournament, delivering crucial goals and assists in all 5 rounds, which was something spectacular in the mid-2000s before the era of Ronaldo and Messi. And yes, speaking of the 2 GOATs, Kaká was actually the last player to win the Ballon d'Or before their era, placing them second and third. At the age of 25, the Brazilian had already completed football, already winning the most coveted prizes, the World Cup, the Champions League and the Ballon d'Or, joining 8 other great legends of the game such as Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Zidane, Beckenbauer, Paolo Rossi, Gerd Müller and Sir Bobby Charlton. Of course, Messi also joined this elite club, but he did so 15 years after Kaká, winning the 2022 World Cup. But Kaká continued to produce at elite level. In 2007-8, he added 2 more prestigious trophies to his collection, the European Super Cup and the Club World Cup. His final 2 seasons with AC Milan saw him make 78 appearances in all competitions, scoring 34 goals and providing 27 assists. Then came the transfer to Real Madrid, the second most expensive at the time. Florentino Perez had returned to the Santiago Bernabeu, and he was determined to bring back the idea of building a team of the best players in the world. And his Galacticos 2.0 was even more successful, with the first steps in their revival being the spending of over 160 million euros on 2 of the most talented footballers in Europe, Kaká and Cristiano Ronaldo, the previous 2 Ballon d'Or winners. His first season lived up to the hype, with 15 goal involvements in 25 La Liga appearances. However, Kaká's time at the Santiago Bernabeu was marred by a series of knee injuries, hindering his consistent performance and limiting his game time. Despite his enduring talent, Kaká struggled to reclaim his status as a key player amid stiff competition. Ultimately, he returned to AC Milan in 2013, ending his bittersweet tenure at Real Madrid. His departure symbolized Perez's strategic overhaul, ushering in new talents like Modric and Kroos. Ultimately, he returned to his beloved Milan in 2013, and his time at Real Madrid was indeed a sad one, especially as the Brazilian seemed to be the sacrifice Paris made to get the club to the next level, bringing in Modric and Kroos in 2013 and 14. Kaká's final season at Milan served as a farewell to his illustrious career. Despite finishing a disappointing 8th in Serie A, Kaká left a lasting legacy with 2 more Champions League goals for the Rossoneri. In the summer of 2014, he embarked on a new journey with MLS side Orlando City, where he ultimately concluded his remarkable career 3 years later. Kaká's magic on the field remained unforgettable, despite being overshadowed by Ronaldo and Messi's incredible achievements. His legacy as one of the greatest should not be overlooked. After all, he remains one of only 4 Brazilians to have won the Ballon d'Or, alongside Rivaldo, Ronaldo and Ronaldinho. If you enjoyed Kaká's inspiring story of resilience and success, like this video and subscribe to Football Pitched for more amazing football stories. Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching and see you on the pitch.